You feel like you found a good strategy? Perfect! Then it's time to backtest it and check how it's performing. In this video, I'm going to show you how to backtest properly. Many do it, but in a wrong way. So I decided to show you how to do it like a pro. With that, you will get accurate data that will help you to create a good trading plan and optimize your strategy so that you can get better with time. Three most common mistakes that people do when they're backtesting are backtesting out of their time frame, not having clearly written rules about their strategy, analysis, and trade management that they follow, and not checking fundamental events. You should do the backtesting as realistic as possible, and I will show you which steps you should follow in order to avoid such mistakes and show you an example of how I'm doing it. First step is writing down all the rules about your strategy. This should include time when you're gonna trade, steps that you should follow when you're doing the technical analysis, execution criteria, and you should be very clear with what you're willing to see in order to execute. Then trade management rules. This should include where to put your stop loss, where to put your target profit, if you're gonna have TP1, TP2, TP3, when to put your stop loss to break even, if you're gonna have partials, how much those partials are gonna be, if they're gonna be 50%, 30%, and lastly, notes about things that you're willing to observe. Second step is choosing which pair or which pairs you're gonna focus on. Step number 3 is choosing which tool or which platform you're going to use for backtesting. Step number 4, decide which time period you're going to backtest. Step number 5 is opening Forex Factory or any other economic calendar and going on the date when the start date when you're going to start backtesting. So let's say if it is January 2021, you just choose January 2021 and you press the first week in January. You can always go to the filter, and let's say if you're trading like me, Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD CAD, you're gonna just mark USD, GBP, Euro, and CAD, or the ones that you're trading. And then you can mark the high impact and medium impact news and apply the filter, and it's going to show you only medium and high impact news for the week that you're going to backtest. Step number 6 is opening a backtesting journal, and you're ready to start. But in this backtesting journal, you should have a couple of things. First, you should write what you see from your top-down analysis. You have to write your trade idea, and when you play price and your setup forms, you should write reason for an entry where you mention all the confluences that you have in order to execute the trade. And before executing, you should decide your trade management, where to put your stop loss, how much you're going to risk, where is going to be your target, if you're going to have TP1, TP2, TP3, when to put the stop loss to break even, and so on. And then you play price again, and when the position is closed, you should write a reason for the result and what could be done better next time. You will need the following data for the trading plan. First, win rate, and it should not include only losses and wins, but also break-evens. Then risk to reward, so that you can calculate the average duration of a trade in order to know what to expect in the future. Number of trades per month, and this is a very important parameter for prop firms because you have to know how you should optimize your trading plan in order to meet the criteria that they have. Day of the week, time of execution, and percentage gain. And if you want, you can also write the amount of pips that you won or lost. So let me show an example of my journals. This year I decided to try how it's gonna be to have a Discord channel with myself that I'm gonna use as my journal. Otherwise, I used Google Sheets before, and that's what is most practical for me and what I'm most used to now. But first, let's start with Discord, and later I'm gonna show you also how I used to do it on Google Sheets. So as you can see here, I'm first putting the fundamental events for the week. Then I start at the bigger picture and I write what I'm seeing on the, like in the bigger picture. Then I write here that my bias is neutral and I'm waiting for a break or confirmation in order to see the direction of the market. Then you can see that this break happened here and it confirmed my bearish bias. So when I was looking to sell, I wrote all the confluences that I had before executing the trade. And I wrote also when my trade management, when I'm gonna put my stop loss to break even, and then I wrote the results and I marked also where I took the partials. Yeah, so this is how it looks like on Discord. Here's an example of how I used to do it with Google Sheets, and I might continue doing it that way because the Discord is good, but it takes more time for me, maybe because I'm not used to it. But anyway, let me show you how I'm doing it here. So as you can see, I have bias, day, time, session, before, after picture, percentage gain, profit loss, everything that I mentioned before, reason for entering and reason for results. And as you can see here, I'm marking when I'm doing mistakes so that I can know what to work on and what to avoid. So let's say here, moved stop loss to break even too soon, and then when I review them, I know, okay, I should pay attention more to this thing or that thing. Then here I have forgot about to check the fundamental events. I always check them, but sometimes when I backtest I forget that, aha, okay, it's a new day and there was a fundamental event. So it's normal to do some mistakes when you're backtesting, but as long as they don't happen too often, they should not have any impact on your results. Here, for example, I took a trade out of London kill zone, according to my time zone, of course. So this is it. And then I also write trade that I've missed and what I could do better when I review them. For example, about this trade that I missed, I would write, okay, I really like the confluences that this trade had, but I have to maybe work on my execution. So when I review the trade, I would sit and think on how can I adjust if I should adjust my entry and what I can do better. So this is something that you should do in order to become better with them. When you review the trades that you've taken and you look at your results, you're just looking at what you can do better next time and try to implement it. That's it. Now you know how to backtest properly and do it like a pro. Let me know in the comments what you think about my way of backtesting and share your opinion and tips with me. In the next video, you're gonna see how to use all this data collected in order to do a good trading plan. And if you're still watching, then it means you like the video. So smash this like button down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then do it. And hope to see you in the next one.